do have another item of business before we're running a little bit later, so.
Do you email it? Yeah, if you want to put it on the stick, that'd be great.
Yeah. You think it's much going on another distress call? I went on one the other day. What do you think that's bigger? I think that's the one that we were supposed to get?
Shall we continue?
For our next
Yes,
item.
Councilor Vince.
That's correct.
Councilor Goods?
And we also have this,
Goods.
Where,
How long have you known Wolfgang for? Councilor Goods?
where are we? It's over here.
we are on, Casey's the only staff person that had that right as well. We don't bug her. We have item number 7.1, which is Councillors Duntz and Morse regarding the adoption of the Finance Review Task Force Terms of Reference. But we also have, as part of our supplementary agenda, we have the chair of the Finance Review Task Force regarding the interim progress report to council.
Which I
Tied
assume is
together.
for information purposes. Correct? Where are we? I can't even find the
Okay,
page.
so page 21 to 22 on your yellow agenda, and then 22A to 22C in your gold agenda.
So, I would move that the Finance Review Task Force Terms of Reference as presented on pages 21 and 22 of the agenda be adopted.
Second. All those in favor? Here we go. Unanimous.
And the other item is just for information. And they have been very busy and very dedicated and,
That's the
yeah.
the
Is he
interim,
still on the phone with it?
that's the interim,
Okay.
the interim report that was, well, was that what you're talking
Well,
about?
that's just an update of where
Yeah.
we're at, yeah.
Okay. So where are we? What's next?
Affordable housing working group.
Shall we, while we're waiting for people, let's skip ahead to
I think they're here.
number 9.
Yeah, they're ready. We're just gonna set up their presentation.
Okay, well, we can deal with number 9 because it's a straightforward thing. I was asked by John Weston to pass this National Health and Fitness Day resolution. And I'm just wondering if it's generic and it's for good. I think it's a good idea. If there's anybody who wants to debate it or has any comments on it.
You got a hole in it?
I was hoping, that's, I think that's what we should say to it, or that we've passed it with a proviso.
Do you want to speak to it?
So it's 9.01.
It's
You're probably the most fit of the bunch.
I thought it was another hall.
It's 9.0.
What's that?
I thought it was another hall. Fitness instructor.
You got all excited.
So, can I move this?
We can ask. I guess
Okay.
you can move on.
I'll move this resolution if I can have a second. Well, that's good.
Are we not gonna read it out?
No,
We gotta read it out, we got a little more time to go, right?
no,
Are we ready,
everybody's here,
Brent?
yeah.
No, we have to set something up, but I have to do that, so.
So you want me to read?
Yeah.
Read this?
Well, the audience is here,
Fine.
and we have to,
Hi, Jim.
So I'm going to read the resolution.
Nice to see you
The
here.
resolution, which I believe is already passed. Whereas Canada by nature offers abundant recreational and fitness opportunities through such things as our mountains, oceans, lakes, forests, and parks, we as Canadians could therefore be the healthiest and fittest people on earth. Participation rates in healthy physical activities have been declining, and we have public facilities to promote health and fitness. And Canadians recognize the growing concern over chronic disease and other impediments to health and fitness, and health and fitness ought to be promoted for Canadians of all ages and abilities. And we all aspire to increase participation by Canadians in health, recreational sports, and fitness activities. Therefore, we acknowledge National Health and Fitness Day in Bowen Island Municipality as the first Saturday in June. As a step to increase participation and enhance the health participation and enhance the health of all Canadians, we commit to make our health, recreational sports, and fitness facilities available at a reduced or complimentary basis on National Health and Fitness Day, and we request that Federation of Canadian Municipalities support National Health and Fitness Day and encourage its members to follow suit. And the school is locked on Saturday, and the only free place is Crippen Park. Right?
and the school field.
And the school.
And the church.
There you go. Anyway, question, are you ready for the question? All those in favor?
Did you get a stretch break?
Is there anything else?
We do,
I think Casey's just setting up for the next item, which is the Affordable Housing Working Group. It might take, she's got it out. Wow, she's good.
Oh, funny. I know, yeah, I'm gonna. So for those members of council that have not met, Elizabeth Valentine is the chair of the Affordable Housing Working Group. And Tim Wake has been our consultant. And I thought I saw Brian Buttons in the back of the room. Where did he go? Was another member of the committee, which I thought I saw him come in.
He's not here right now.
Going back.
You're just down to left-hand corner.
Can't go back. Can't go back. No. Let's not go back.
Would you like, we can flip that forward, that way you guys can concentrate on the discussion. How about that? If you want us to flip the,
No.
okay, you're good?
It's all good.
When we make a mistake,
All right, well, good afternoon, Mayor and Council. And thank you very much on behalf of the Affordable Housing Working Group for this opportunity to present our final report to Council. Our report, as you've seen, makes 8 recommendations. However, they are all interconnected, and they presuppose a commitment by the municipality to acquire a tool to enable it to create or to cause to be created a range of affordable and diverse housing types. Without a tool of some kind, and ideally the kind we are proposing, the municipality is frankly powerless in the environment in which we live. This tool that has been proposed is a municipal housing organization, specifically the Bowen Island Housing Corporation, And that will be the focus of our presentation today. The core recommendation we're making is that Council authorize the next step towards establishing the Housing Corporation. This is actually still only one more step towards the final goal, which is the actual incorporation, beyond what's been done so far. There is still more to be done. And we want to assure Council that Council will continue to be involved at key decision-making points all along the way and will remain in control of the process at all times, including finally as the sole shareholder of the corporation. In a moment, Tim Wake, the affordable housing consultant who's been working with our group from the beginning, will talk about the corporation itself, how it will work and why it's the best model for Bowen. And there's some important conceptual, technical, and frankly bureaucratic, in the very best way, themes that he will speak to. But before getting too involved in those trees, I would like to take a moment to look at the forest to review how we got here and why we're doing this. Because at the heart of this process, has been a core idea and a core value which we hold as a community and which has continued to be reaffirmed as we go forward. The core idea is that here on Bowen, we see ourselves and this is a quote from the OCP, we see ourselves as
Sorry, I'm going to bring a chair and just say. Technology doesn't always work.
Neither do my knees, so I can't swap.
Thanks, Kathy. So the core idea that's been with us all along is that here on Bowen we see ourselves as, quote, a welcoming home to residents of varying incomes, lifestyles, and ages. However, and this is straight from the OCP, however, we can't be that welcoming home unless we actually provide a range of housing types and tenures that make it possible for that diversity of households to find suitable homes here that they can afford. The housing needs assessment completed in 2007 provided the hard data to illustrate how unaffordable Bowen's housing had become. The situation has only worsened as prices continue to rise and incomes for low and middle income groups continue to stagnate. However, prices are not the only barrier to meeting our community's housing goals. Lack of housing choices is the other. As the Age-Friendly Community Report of 2009 highlighted, the lack of housing choices for our aging population means that we will lose increasing numbers of our seniors as they seek to downsize from the large single-family detached houses that dominate our housing stock. Our land use framework here on Bowen, as we all know, is geared to continue to provide primarily single-family detached dwellings. We're not going to change that legacy. What we can do is make small, creative interventions as development opportunities arise to produce a small number of diverse and affordable housing units that are in harmony with the full range of our community values. And if the community will were there, we could even set out to produce specialty housing to meet a range of special needs. Sorry. However, none of this is simple. It requires expertise, it requires creativity, and it requires partnerships. It cannot happen spontaneously out of the community goodwill and informal good intentions. It requires a municipally supported organization dedicated to this purpose that can identify opportunities, facilitate partnerships, and be the community's champion for affordable and diverse housing units.